Has anyone ever heard of a time dry cycle that does not heat? Maytag tells us that the time dry cycle on our Maytag Dryer MED7500YW is really just an air-fluff cycle. Of course, the owner's manual states time dry is a heated cycle. Absurd. We are considering purchasing the Whirlpool version of the same dryer, model, MED7500YW, after speaking with Whirlpool customer service, which tells us that the time dry cycle on that model is heated. But I am afraid I will be right back to square one without a heated time dry cycle. Why is this such a difficult question to answer, and why does the owner's manual say one thing but tech support another?
Hello, and thank you for using this service. I'll be helping you with your problem today. So unfortunately, the manuals are not always accurate, I'm afraid to say. The time dry cycle is a heated dry cycle, but you do have the option of turning the heat off so that you can use it as an air fluff cycle instead if you'd like. Normally it will be a heated dry cycle when you select time dry unless you turn the heat off on the control panel.
There is no option on the dryer for no heat on the time dry cycle. The only options are low and high heat. Either way, there is no heat on the time dry cycle. This according to Maytag tech support, who spoke to both the Lowe's repairman and the Maytag repairman. Should I expect the Whirlpool dryer to have the same heatless time dry cycle?
Okay, I reread your question and I see what you are saying now. So you are correct that these versions are the same and time dry should heat on both the Maytag and Whirlpool version. If the time dry is not heating, you'll want to order and replace the timer control on the dryer, which is part number W10404695.
This is a brand new dryer. It has never been used, other than to test it to make sure it works properly. That is how we discovered that the time dry cycle was not heating. This is something that Maytag should stand behind, but how can I expect them to do so if they are saying that there is no heat on this cycle? If you are correct that the problem is due to a bad timer control, who should I contact at Maytag to get to the bottom of this? I am not a repair person. I am a consumer who just wants to get what I paid for. Many thanks for your input.
You would need to contact a local authorized service provider in your area. You can contact Maytag and see which companies are authorized in your area and then call out a different company to look at your unit. You can also contact the store you bought the unit from and have them exchange it if it's within their time policy if you wanted to avoid going through Maytag.
Lowe's is willing to exchange, no problem. Buy it's a stackable washer/dryer and the washer works fine. Hard to find another dryer that will be sized right to stack. I'm going to contact Maytag and find a different authorized service provider. Should I tell them I have reason to believe that the problem is actually a time control and that they should pursue that solution?
You can definitely do that if you like. I find to avoid confrontation it's best to just ask for authorized servicers in your area and contact them directly.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert, now visit JustAnswer.com/YTHI.